going on, guys? This is Real Estate Session Week 57. Bringing you guys nothing but clear cut, real value each and every week for the past 57 weeks. Appreciate you guys for always popping in, showing up, showing love. You guys already know what it is. This is the Real Estate Session as we do each and every week for the past 57 weeks. So appreciate you guys for popping up, showing love. As always, we have made it to another week, and I'm excited. It's always an exciting thing. Whenever I pop up in here and you guys do your thing, come up and show love, it's always a great thing. So again, nothing but blessings. Yes, I've been doing this for 57 weeks straight, and I have some shade today. I got some real shade today that I need to throw out there. I just need to let y'all know, do not let this smile fool you, because I'm upset. But yeah, we're going to get to the shade here in a little bit. But again, always love, showing love. Thank you guys for popping in here. Week 57 of Real Estate Q&A sessions. We got Kimberly Carter, 0711, what's going on? N. Wilson, what's up? Keneal, what's going on, brother? Tip, what's up, brother? Keneal says, throw them joints on the YouTube. I sure will. Bear with me. I do have everything uploaded to my... I do have everything uploaded. Yeah, Tip don't... Hey, y'all already know why I'm mad. Y'all already... I'm about to get to it. Literally 10 minutes ago, I opened up an email and I got immediate shade to throw. You know what I'm saying? Ariana, what's going on? Appreciate you popping in here. But yeah, guys, this is week 57. We're going to get right to it. Of course, we got to do our housekeeping rules and things like that. Yeah, we got to get to the house. So housekeeping rules, as always, screenshot me, post to your story. Let folks know what we're doing each and every week. That's the only way we get more people in here. It's the only way we bring more value. He was waiting for an answer from his manager. So yeah, that's the only way we get more people in here, get more value, and get people asking questions that you guys didn't think to ask. And again, this is my safe space. This is where this is how I give back, right? I don't have enough time to do coaching courses and, you know, all that kind of stuff. We might see a product later. I don't know yet. But as far as right now, this is the best way that I'm able to give back. And I do this each and every week. So let me just make this clear for everybody that's here, right? And I'm probably going to make a separate post, an actual post on my page about this. Look, tell your friends to stop asking you to come to me and ask questions. Tell your friends that have real estate questions to just show up here every Thursday. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard. Now, if it is hard and you can't make it, then just shoot me a DM or tell them to shoot me a DM, and, you know, I'll work out something where, you know, they can ask their question or whatever. Maybe do a later time or a separate segment. But tell your friends stop being scared and trying to get this information up out of me outside of here. Because if you're not showing up here and you asking questions outside of here, then, look, I don't know what to tell you. You know what I'm saying? I'm probably not going to be responding. So show up here. This is where you show. This is where you ask your questions. And I get it. Some people have work, X, Y, Z, blah, blah. But tell your friends that's asking, that want to ask questions to me through you. Tell them just show up here every Thursday. I'm in the same spot every day, every Thursday. Y'all know where to find me. You know what I'm saying? It's not hard to find Rashaad. Where is he at on Thursdays? He's working and he's probably in the house and he's doing real estate Q&A. So just a disclaimer, because, you know, folks is asking, you know, stuff through other people, and I'm like, just tell them to show up to the show. It's not. Don't be scared. Like, if you got questions, like this is where you come and ask the questions that you feel like are, you know, basic questions, or again, there's no dumb questions, but this is where you come and ask those questions, right? I don't judge anybody up in here, and I haven't for the folks that's been here for the past 57 weeks straight. I keep it very clean, very cordial, and you can ask me anything regarding this real estate stuff. I don't care, right? So tell your friends stop being scared. And this is not just for one individual, this is for multiple people, because people still feel like they could ask me or take up my time outside of here. If you're not showing up here and asking questions, but you want to talk offline, just offline, hey, I don't know what to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Tip says place this on YouTube as well. I am. What's going on, Nisha Michelle? See, I hope I'm saying it right. Nisha Michelle. Sorry if I mispronounced your name, but yeah, she hit my DMs and I told her, hey, you got a good question. Bring it to the show. Guess where she's at? She's here at the show. So thank you for great listening skills. Thank you. Hydro Jen, Hydro_Jen, what's going on? So, again, guys, this is week 57 of Real Estate Q&A session. You guys can ask me anything, everything real estate related. If you got any questions, hit that question mark right there. Hit the question mark right there below, or hit the comment section. You can ask me anything, everything real estate related. What's going on, Sneak Fiend? I see you just pop up in here. So, again, shout out to everybody that's always supported me. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Hope y'all are doing well. Okay. To my shade. So, guys, I don't know if you guys, most of you guys check out my feed. I mean, not my feed, but my story. So I just had an appraisal actually on this house. This house. Newly renovated, you know what I'm saying? Rental. All nice, dandy, great, cool. Let me show you guys one other thing, right? While we're at it, let me show you one other thing. You know, watch this. While we're at it here. Check this out. I also own that house right there too. See that one? Now, you'll understand what I'm about to say here in a minute. See that house right there? I own that one too. So, I'm basically right across the street, right? So, you guys have checked my story. You guys know that I just did a little rant. And I'm about to explain that little rant here. Listen. Excuse my language. But I'm tired of these damn appraisals. I'm tired of being black and trying to get an appraisal. A correct appraisal. That's what I'm tired of. I'm tired of this shit, right? I in the past 2 months, I've had 3 appraisals, and every single one of them I've had to dispute. I'm sick of the shit. Cut the fucking shit. Cut the crap. I get low appraisals. Well, I've been getting tried with low appraisals. And it's not and here's the funny thing. I'm not talking out my asshole right now. I'm not. Because I know my data, I know my shit, I know my comps, I know my numbers. But when you give me a low appraisal and I know that there's data that supports a higher appraisal or what I'm asking for, then it leads me to believe that either 1, you don't know what the hell you're doing, or 2, you mad because I'm whatever you want to call it. But this trend is not an anomaly. The first time, okay, all right, you know what I'm saying? The second time, hey, look, things aren't adding up. The data's right there. You're choosing the lower data to support your number when the higher data supports the number that I'm asking for my appraisal, for my house. Why are you doing that? Here, put the dispute in. Of course, it gets, redone. Now for the 3rd time, it's happened again. And I'm like, remember that house I showed you across the street? I got that house appraised last month. I had to dispute that house for the number that I got, right? I mean, for the number that they gave me, I had to dispute that one too. That house was appraised last month for, I'm gonna give you guys just hypothetical numbers. Let's say that house appraised last month for $200,000. So when the appraisal comes here last Friday, I pretty much renovated this house the same exact way. In fact, this one's better. It's got recessed lights in the basement. I got vinyl floors throughout the whole house. No carpet, it's the same house. Same thing I did. Well, if I'm asking for 200, why is Buddy giving me an appraisal of 170? Why? After I told him, hey, that house right there, and you can use, when you put in disputes, you can use previous appraisals for evidence. So I'm kind of giving him the alley-oop, like, hey, don't fuck this up. That house right there across the street, same house, same everything. I did that. I renovated, say 170. I mean, not 170, but 200. Why are you giving me an appraisal for here for 170? Let's just say I didn't even have that house appraised for. Let's just say that house across the street isn't used for data, and let's just say that house is out the books, right? Why are you giving? And I asked for 200. Why are you going to give me an appraisal for 170 if I'm asking for 200? And the comparables that you used are the lowest of the area. They're the lowest comps of the area. And the higher comps that you're using, in this that you failed to use in the appraisal are exactly identical to my house. So why are you not using those appraisals? I mean, why are you not using those comps during your appraisal? See, I'm not the one to be tried, right? And y'all know I'm very calm, cool, cordial, and collected, right? But after my third appraisal, I'm starting to believe. I'm not even starting to believe. I know what it is. I'm young and I'm black, and these guys, when I show up at these appraisals, and I don't say much, I let them do their thing. I give them a little tidbit here and there. I show them my comps, and I let them go about their way. And I wait to see what they come back with. But when they come back with bullshit, and y'all know I don't even curse on this show, obviously I'm upset, right? I'm very upset, because it's my third appraisal that I've had to dispute. All my previous appraisals, I've disputed and won. But when it's clear and blatant that these guys are using the lowest of low comps to support their number, when the higher comps coincide with my house and my renovations, I'm going to be upset. You know what I'm saying? I can see if the higher comps are 500, 200, or even 300 square foot bigger than mine, and, I have 3 bedrooms and they have 4, or I have 2 bathrooms and they have 4, or something crazy. But when the high comps are exactly like my house, and you fail to put them in the appraisal, then I got a fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? I have a problem. So, yes, that's my shade for today. I did just go on a rant. Guys, normally I don't go on a rant with you guys. I barely even try to cuss around you guys. But this is a problem that I have to deal with. And I don't think it's an anomaly. I thought the first house was. But it's becoming a trend. Every single refi that I do, I have to dispute. And it's not even me reaching for the number that I'm asking for. The number I'm asking for, what they don't know is I'm also an agent, and I know how to run numbers. I know how to come up with value. I know how to do all of that crap, right? And so I'm not the one to be fucking tried. You know what I'm saying? I don't try me on this stuff, right? I know my stuff. And that's why every time I have to put in a dispute, it gets accepted, because it makes the appraiser, whoever did the numbers, look horribly wrong. And I'm believing it's because I am black. This is not a secret. You guys have seen the articles. You guys have seen the data. It's real. I come to the appraisals looking like this. I'm not looking any other different. I ain't gonna dress in no suit. I ain't gonna kiss no ass, right? I let the appraisals do their thing. I'm quiet. Hey, shake your hand. Hey, how you doing? Here's my comps. Here's what I did. X, Y, Z. And when you still choose to give me a lower appraisal, yeah, I'm fucking pissed. Anyway, guys. Yeah, sorry. That was a lot. But yeah, I'm upset. So my main business, how I run my business, I do BRRRR. If you guys know, I've already told you guys what BRRRR is. But I buy rentals, I renovate them, I rent them out, and I refinance them. And so the refinance portion is a huge component of the BRRRR strategy, and being able to do deals consistently, consecutively. And so when I'm getting these low appraisals, it's fucking up my business, right? And I'm still cussing, because I'm still upset. What's going on, Deontay? What's going on, Patty? Deontay, man, you just missed me rant, man. I just ranted. They fucking with me, man. And I don't even cuss on here. They fucking with me. and I'm tired of it. Listen, I don't know what to do. And I do know what to do. I'm going to keep, every time I get a low appraisal, I'm going to hit them with the stats, I'm going to hit them with the facts, and I'm going to hit them with the comps, right? And I'm going to go ahead and start I'm going to start putting in what do you want to call it? Hey, look, I feel like I'm being discriminated against. I'm just going to start putting in these claims. This is ridiculous. I got the appraisal. When I opened the email, I got the appraisal. And I looked at it for about 5 minutes. I looked through it, skimmed through it, and I said, okay, they tried me. $20K less than where I was at for the house literally across the street. The same house. I own that house across the street. I renovated that house exactly like I did this house. The appraisal happened last month. The same appraisal company. And I told you what the value was. So if I'm giving you the alley-oop, take it. Because now when I put in this dispute, I'm not coming friendly like I did before. I'm coming hard, right? You know what I'm saying? Like y'all trying me. I'm tired of the shit. So anyway, guys, if you're getting appraisals, make sure you guys know your numbers. Make sure you guys have your comps, your supporting comps. Make sure, but also don't make a fool of yourself either, right? And so if you're going to get an appraisal and you're going to use comps that you think fit your house best, meaning square footage, same number of beds, baths, C-class, there's a bunch of different things, right, that you can include in your comps. But just make sure your comps are not completely all over the place, right? So if your house is 1,000 square feet and it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, and let's say you trying to get 200, and the house down the road is 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and it's like 1,200 square feet or 1,300 square feet. That house does not compare to your house. Doesn't compare. You know what I'm saying? What does compare is you having a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, they having a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, you having 1,000 square feet, they maybe have 1,050 square feet, right? You got a finished basement, they got a finished basement. You got an HVAC system, they got an HVAC system. They got an updated kitchen, you got an updated kitchen. That's a comp right there. They're the same. They're married together. That should be in your repertoire of comps. You know what I'm saying? But when you do have comparables to add to your appraisal, just make sure you're not choosing like wild ass off comps, guys. I'm just trying to make sure. Like when I put in my disputes, I already know the numbers. I'm giving you the clear cut. Hey, comps are, because I do the same thing. Ain't no different. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Anyway. Woo. Yeah, I just had to get that off my chest. Anyway, thank y'all for listening to that little rant. It is upsetting, but, it's just the shit I got to deal with. Just doing what I do. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be putting in that dispute later today. I'll give it the last house I did a dispute on, I sent them the dispute, and they came in like $15K less than what I was asking for. And I put in the dispute, and I put in all the data, all the comps, and I gave them thorough explanations of why each comparable compared to my house or was lesser of my house. And it didn't take them no time to revise that appraisal. They revised it in 2 days. And they literally gave me the value that I asked for without offering any resistance. And that just let me know, like, y'all bullshit. Like, y'all will try I don't want to say all appraisals. I don't want to say y'all, like, I'm talking. If they don't feel like or know what you're talking about, know what you're doing, you will get tried. And in general, we're not talking about just this situation. You guys have to be on point with y'all shit. That's just plain and simple. And if you're not, people will take advantage, or them not being able to do their job effectively is going to hurt you. So if you're not on point and on with your shit, your business will suffer. It can suffer. You are leaving yourself vulnerable for people not being able to do their job correctly, and or if they are trying to slight you. And if they are, and you don't know what you're doing, or you're not on top of your game, you're gonna get slighted. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling y'all this because I live it every day, and I'm not perfect. I don't ever claim to be perfect, and I tell you guys all the time, I'm not no guru. I just know a little bit more than the average Joe. Y'all know my saying. But if you're not on point out here in these streets, you will get, you know what I'm saying? And that goes even with contracting work, getting contractors, lenders, everything. You got to be on point and do your extra research, even if you do look like me. You probably need to do more, right? As you can see, this is my third straight appraisal. Third straight appraisal that I've had to dispute in 2 months. And I already know that I know that they're going to give me the value once I put in this dispute. You know why? Because I have supporting evidence. I have an appraisal that's across the street that was done less than 30 days ago. I have comps that I literally pulled up right after I pulled that email up, I pulled up comps on my phone. I was like, oh, he didn't include this one, he didn't include this one, he didn't include this one. They're the same style house. 3 bedroom, 2 bath. They're the same house. Oh, in fact, this comp, he didn't use this comp, and it was of higher value than what he wanted to give me. But this one don't even have HVAC system, and mine does. Whoa, damn! Since when y'all started discluding HVAC systems? I don't know. You know, maybe central air doesn't add any value to homes anymore. Maybe I should stop putting central air in my houses. Anyway, Torrin, what's going on, man? Appreciate you popping in here. Deontay says, let's go. Jokers be on games with them, man. They be on bull. Woo! Anyway, guys, the real life trust story. What's going on? Appreciate you popping in here, guys. If this is your first time, this is Real Estate Q&A Sessions week 57. I think I said 56 earlier today, but I'm losing count. 57. My next goal is 100 episodes straight of consistent shows every single Thursday. So as it stands right now, it's been 57 weeks of bringing this show to life every single Thursday. Now, I might not be the best with time, doing it at 12 o'clock, but best believe over the last 57 weeks, the show has been on every single Thursday. Whether it's 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and sometimes 6 o'clock, it's been the same show. So if this is your first time, this is where you come and ask your questions, anything, everything real estate related. I'll do my best to answer them. I'm not a guru. I just know a little bit more than the average Joe. You can ask your questions right there in the comment section below, or where the question mark is. We got some ride or dies here that's always been here, showing up each and every week. Y'all go show love to Neston Wisely as well. Deontay, he's actually in the game out here in Baltimore, and it's not too many young brothers I know that's just doing the damn thing. So y'all go show love to his page as well. Sneaker Fiend says, I do have a question for Sneaker Fiend. Shout out to Sneaker Fiend. Sneaker Fiend says, which would you prefer, a FHA loan or a conventional, and why? That question, it depends on what I'm trying to do, right? And there's different strategies you can choose as to what is going to work best for you, but it is essentially what's best for your situation. Now, FHA loan was the very first loan that I used on my very first property, my very first duplex, and I bought it as an investment property. Now, will I advise you guys to do what I did? No, because I took a risk, and I'm not telling you guys to take a risk. It's up to you. Your own disclosure. Hey, do what you do. But yes, I used an FHA loan to buy my first investment property, which was a duplex. And the reason why I like the FHA product is because it allows you to not put as much money down, right? 3.5% on your deposit. So if you're buying $100,000 house, what are you coming out of pocket with? You're coming out of pocket $3,500 plus closing costs, which you can negotiate, or maybe split with the seller, or maybe they pay all of it. So let's just say in the greatest world of, let's just say in a perfect scenario, you're buying a house for $100,000. You're using a FHA loan. You have to put 3.5% down, so you're coming out of pocket $3,500. And let's say your agent of the year negotiated that the seller pays all the closing costs for you. Damn, Gucci. Damn. It sounds like you're only coming out of pocket about $3,500 plus some other little bull crap. But that's it. Now let's take that same $100,000 house and use a conventional product, which is 20%. So if you buy a $100,000 house, you guys do the math. That's $20,000 you're coming out of pocket for your deposit, down payment, right? That's a lot of money. And what do you guys want to do in this real estate game? You're going to leverage your own money, right? That's just me personally. There are certain scenarios where a conventional product is great. There are certain scenarios where FHA works great, but it's really specific upon your situation and just you. What are you trying to do? FHA product is not for investment properties, right? It's not for investment properties. So you can't buy a house and you can't use an FHA loan on a house and not live there. Could you buy a multi-unit? Yes, you can, but you're going to be required to live in that property for at least 1 year, right? And so let's say if you have a 3-unit and you're buying it via FHA, yes, you can, renovate the house and rent it out, but you're going to be required to stay in at least one of those units for 1 year. With a conventional product, it can be used for a homeowner, a house that you plan on occupying, or it can be for an investment property. Either or. And conventional products are a little less, conventional loans are a little less stringent on the contingencies and things like that, because again, they are used for investment purposes, as well as homeowner homes that you plan on occupying. FHA. Oh, they want the house to be in a certain condition if they're going to lend to you. So you're not going to go and pick up the bando down the street that's all dilapidated and crap and think you're going to get an FHA loan for it. Well, FHA is going to say, via our inspection, here's two lists, right? Here's list 1 is what needs to be done in order for us to even lend on this house. List 2 is the items or things that we feel, that are regular inspection items that we feel like you need to clear up, and it's up to you to do it. But this list right here, we're not cutting no checks until you take care of this, or until this gets taken care of by the seller. We just not gonna lend on it, right? Because they're trying to minimize the risk. They feel like that if a house is in a certain condition that it's not up to par for them, then you might have trouble paying them back because you're sitting there trying to fix up the house, right? Their whole job is to mitigate risk. Everybody's a risk, whether you're high risk, low risk, these properties. So they just want to make sure that the houses that they're going to lend on are up to a certain. They're livable. Basically, that's what I'm saying. They got to be livable. They got to have the basic code things. Smoke detectors, handrails, the normal stuff, right? Conventional you can use as an investment, and it can be crap, or you can use as a homeowner property. But again, this 20% that you're putting down, guess what? That's into the property. That's equity that you just created in a great world. So when you put that 20% down, that is not just going anywhere. It's not just going into the title company's pocket. It's not going into the seller's pocket. It's going into to bring equity into your homes. That's 20% you just put into the house. Once it's in there, it's in there. You know what I'm saying? Unless you refinance at some point in time. But yeah, that's basically. Conventional products are great. Right, I'll take it a little step further. Right now on the market, if you have houses if you're bidding on houses, FHA and conventional products are going to be eaten up by cash offers. they're bank loans, which means you're not going to be closing in 2 weeks like somebody with cash or hard money can do. You're going to be closing anywhere between 30, 45, 60 days. You know what I'm saying? FHA is probably going to take the longer of the two to close on. Especially if you're using like a 203K, which is 203K is a renovation loan wrapped into the FHA loan. So yes, it's a great product to where you can essentially get in for as little money as possible, but you also have the opportunity to add renovation money to that product. And if you want to buy a multi-unit, put 3.5% down and put some money into put some money into the property, $10,000, $15,000, $20,000, $30,000, $35,000. You can do that and essentially not come out of pocket. But you will, that whatever you take to renovate the property, that now gets wrapped into your overall loan. So if your overall loan was $100,000, and let's say your mortgage is $1,000, right? Would it be very easy? Let's say your original product. Let's say to buy the house, if you did no work, let's say you did an FHA and you didn't do the 203K loan within the FHA, which is the renovation money. Let's just say you want to buy the house for $100,000. Okay, your mortgage is $1,000. Boom. You're putting no money into the property. You're not renovating the property. You're not doing the 203K. Cool. But let's say you want to still buy that house, but you want to take on the 203K part. And you want to put, let's just say, okay, $10,000 into the property. They're going to say, cool. Well, now your loan amount goes from $100,000 plus $10,000, because that's the renovation money you're putting into 203K. Now your loan is $110,000. So instead of you paying $1,000 a month, you're now paying $1,100 a month, right? So it's to save you from coming out of pocket to put the renovation to complete the renovation cost. That money or that loan gets wrapped around your whole mortgage, and it gets tacked on the back end. So if you put $10,000, let's say you put $20,000, let's say you want to do $20,000 worth of 203K money. Well, now your loan goes from $100,000 to $120,000, and now your mortgage might go from $1,000 to $1,200. See what I'm saying? So the more money you put in, the more your mortgage is going to be. And if you're buying a house like an FHA, if you're buying a house via FHA loan and you're planning on living in that house for who knows how, it doesn't matter really, as long as you can afford it. But if you're buying a multi-unit, think about it like this: if you're buying a multi-unit and you don't have any renovation money yourself, but you want to use the 203K and put whatever you want to put into it, well, you have to be conscious and understand what the rent rates are in that area and what your mortgage is going to be once you tack on however much money you're going to put into the house. Because the more money you add to that house, the more your mortgage goes up. And let's say if your mortgage is $1,000 and the rent rates are $1,400, well, you decide you want to put $20,000 in. So now your mortgage goes from $1,000 to $1,200. Instead of you making $400 every month, potentially you might be making only $200 a month. You didn't think about that, right? So yeah, you can use that 203K, but you got to be conscious of how much you put into it if it's a multi-unit and you plan on renting it out, because how much money you use on that 203K is going to eat into your profits. This is, again, if you're thinking about doing like a multi-unit, like a multi-unit, or having this property be an investment property with you living in it and renting out the other units. However much money that you borrow via 203K, the more money that you borrow, the more your mortgage is going to go up and your profit is going to go down on the back end. Unless you're bought extremely well, and it doesn't matter if your mortgage jumps another $200-$300, you still have enough fluff in there to where your rent rate is still exponentially higher than your mortgage, and you're able to take home a good profit. So remember that, because most people, I'm telling y'all, I had to do this. Most people don't think about that when they think about, oh, well, yeah, great. The 203K's got, the FHA's got a 203K leg on it, and I can borrow money to renovate the house. Oh, man, shit, I'll put $30,000 in here, and I'm just going to rent it out, live in one, rent out the others. Oh, great, yeah, cool. Well, yeah, you know, that $300 tacked onto your mortgage is going to eat into your profits. So if your profits was only $500, you know, and now you're adding $300 in there, you're only taking home $200, and that's probably not going to be the same deal numbers wise that you thought it was before, unless you just really want that house. I don't buy any rentals to bring home $200 a month, by the way. I just don't do that. That's not my game. So yes, I hope that answered your question, Sneaky Fiend. I know that was very long, drawn out. Give me a thumbs up if it's been answered. Thumbs down if you need further explanation. But other than that, yeah, great question. Thank you, Sneaky Fiend. Guys, if you haven't done so already, screenshot me, post to your story. Let folks know what we're doing each and every week. This is week 57 of Real Estate Q&A sessions. As always, showing love. I'm here for y'all. This is not about me. It's for y'all. It's plain and simple. You know what I'm saying? Keneal says, what are the possible solutions to combat the types of discrimination that black homeowners experience similar to your experience? Shit. You know, I've gone through enough appraisals to where I've been, I can't change my skin, right? Can't change it. I can change my hair, right? I can change the way I, style my hair, because all my appraisals have all been white. I can change my hair, I can change my clothes, I can show up nicely looking, or I can show up looking like I do today, by the way, which is pretty normal. Contract wear, you know what I'm saying? Boots, kind of let you know, hey, look, I'm kind of in the business. I do this, I look like I do something, home improvement wise. I've talked to them, greasing the skids as I walk through the properties with them. You know what I'm saying? I've done that. I've also been quiet and kind of like let them do their thing, because I'm pretty sure they get a whole bunch of people whenever they do appraisals that smooch up to them while they're walking through the. I've done it all. Ain't nothing changing this skin tone though. You know what I'm saying? Nothing's changing the skin tone. And so I don't think, for people to look like me, I don't think there's anything you can do physically besides be a nice person on paper. But I here's where I do think, and here's what's worked for me. You got to know your stuff. You know what I'm saying? You got to know your shit. You got to do your homework. That's the only way you're gonna get people to give you what is deserving of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I didn't know my numbers, if I didn't know my stuff, if I didn't do my due diligence, do my homework, I'd be getting passed up and left and right, and being susceptible to these lower appraisals. So for the folks that look like me, you can't change your hair, you can't change. It doesn't matter what you do with your hair. It doesn't matter what you do with your clothes. If you're looked at and perceived in a certain way, the only way you can win or come out on top or combat, discriminatory appraisals is to know your stuff, know your numbers, know your research, know your data, know your comps. You know what I'm saying? So when you do find yourself in that situation, you're able to, hey, look, sorry, this doesn't work for me. Here's why. Boom, 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 boom. If you don't have that, then you're going to be subjected to whatever numbers they give you. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, that's a great question, Keneal, because it doesn't just happen to me. It happens. I'm pretty sure you guys saw that national article that went around a couple months ago about the couple who had got an appraisal, black couple that had the appraisal. It was extremely lower than what they were expected. I think it was like close to 100,000. It was crazy. They underbid them it was so wild how they did them. And then they had one of their friends who was white go and do a second appraisal with her in place instead of them, and then they changed all the family pictures to of white people in the house. And they got the high appraisal. She got the high appraisal after that. And it just shows the difference in what really happens. There's discriminatory practices in in mortgage lending all over the place. You know what I'm saying? It's not just blatant in your face. There's discriminatory mortgage practices all around us. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to getting approved for loans and stuff like that. Like, this game is not just buying houses. It's also a relationship thing where you have to put yourself out there and be in front of people. And, you know, when people see you doing what you do, or I like to say, in my case, because a lot of folks in the chat or in general don't do what I do at the scale that I do it. But even just as a regular homeowner trying to get appraised, don't think that you're not susceptible to discriminatory practices. You know what I'm saying? I just like to look at like my situation. Like, I am young, I am black, and I look the way I look, unapologetically. And you know what I'm saying? I've had appraisers that have told me they want to do what I do. That they want to do what I do, or they want to be an investor, or they've always wanted to be an investor, and it didn't work out for XYZ or whatever. And I'm like, okay, so this guy's telling me that he wants to do what I do, or he wants to be an investor, and he's stuck in this job he doesn't like, you know, and okay, is he going to, you know, look at me and be jealous of what I'm doing? Oh shit. My appraisal came back hella low. I mean, why? Okay, that you gave me all the clues to let me know why. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I guys, I want you to 110% understand what I'm about to tell you. If I was off, or if I am wrong, I am perfectly okay with saying, yeah, you're right. Those comps don't match up. Those comps are off. X, Y, Z. You are absolutely. If the data's right, we wouldn't be having this discussion. If the data was right and the comps weren't there, I'd take it, right? But it's not. It's not, and that's why I have the right to feel the way I do. I have the right to speak how I'm speaking about these situations and filling you guys in on how this stuff goes. If I was wrong, hey, cool, I'm wrong, but I'm not. I can say that with conviction and confidence, and if I had a share screen, I'd show you guys how I'm not wrong. How do I have two similar houses right across the street from each other, renovated the same way? In fact, this was renovated better, and this one appraised for $20,000 less than that one. And that appraisal happened a month ago with the same company, less than 30 days ago. Riddle me that. No answer. That's what I thought. That is exactly what I thought. So anyway, Keneal says, knowing is half the battle. Sue they. I love Keneal. Because I know he dead serious, and I love it. Because it's sue they ass. Put the appraisers and company on blast. Organize or become an appraiser. Even these things aren't enough. You damn right, man. It is. Don't matter what we do. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter what we do. We are still looked at as, you know, lesser. Or why is he doing it now? I'm not even doing it. Sue their ass. You know what? I should put them. I should. You know what? That article that came out about, that article that came out about the married black couple that had the appraised value come in $100K less than when they tricked y'all know the article I'm talking about. That didn't come about unless they actually disclosed what happened to them and wrote a story about it or whatever. And it got national attention. Maybe I should do the same. This is the classic example. This is my third time. This is my third appraisal. This is not my third actual appraisal, but this is my third appraisal in a row. You know what I'm saying? It's not an anomaly. It's starting to look like a trend. You know what I'm saying? And the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have somebody else stand in my place that doesn't look like me. You know what? I have another appraisal coming up for a multi-unit, a 3-unit. And watch this. I am going to have somebody else stand in my place. And I know the exact person I'm going to use. I'm not going to disclose whether they're male or female, but they don't look like me. And I'm going to see what happens with my value. Because obviously, me standing in place and being here for these appraisals does not yield good results. I got to go through this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep y'all tuned in on that. I got just the perfect person. Oh, man. This is going to be great. Yeah, Keneal. And the crazy part is becoming an appraisal is just like becoming an inspector. You know, you just go through some hours, like 60 or whatever hours of training, and you know these guys they basically write reports, right? And so what an appraiser does is they come, they view the house. They might have done homework before they got there, but they view the house, they see, and they tell you what kind of they tell you the value of your house based on the condition, what you've done, and how it compares to other houses in the neighborhood. Via sales approach or income approach or both, you know what I'm saying? And they show you what your house value is. And so I'm gonna be real. These guys spend 5 minutes in these houses. They come in here, they take pictures, right, and then they go, and then they leave, and they go home, and it takes them 3-4 days to come back, and they have a report of like 30 pages of just data that they pulled to try to tell you how you have gotten to the number that you've gotten via your appraised value. That's it. They ain't doing nothing different than, you know, what I would do normally when I look at a house and run my numbers and XYZ and do the research. You know, you guys can become appraisers. We need to see more black appraisers. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Rob, what's going on? Kata King says, how do you dispute them? How I dispute them? So appraisal companies are like third-party companies to like these mortgage companies. So the mortgage companies or mortgage lenders or whatever you want, mortgage brokers, whoever you're dealing with, they contract these appraisals out to these third-party appraisal companies. So they're hired by the mortgage company. Obviously, you know, your mortgage company doesn't want to have or shouldn't have appraisals on staff because it's like a conflict of interest. You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys get what I'm saying. So yes, the appraisal companies work with the banks. The banks say, hey, this house needs an appraisal. The appraiser says, okay, it's going to cost this. The bank can come back to you and say, hey, okay, this is what it's going to cost. And they send the appraisal company out. They do the appraisal. They send the bank the appraisal value, and then they give you the value after that. So how do I dispute them? I call the lender up and I say, hey, I want to put a dispute in on this appraisal. And then they send me a sheet, and I have to fill out the sheet on why I want to issue the dispute. It gives me a section, gives me a couple of sections where I can input my comparables that I want to use, and it gives you all the necessary information to help you make your claim for the dispute. So your lender or your bank is supposed to provide the dispute papers so that they can initiate, once you fill it out and send it back to them, they can initiate the dispute, and there can be further review upon your case and what needs to be done or what needs to be added or taken away, and whether or not what you're saying is of, you know, right compared to what the appraiser says. It's like a he said, she said. So whoever has the best data wins, basically. You know what I'm saying? Camille says definitely should. It gives a different perspective of black investors, short-term and long-term, experience discrimination. I should. I am. Fuck it. I am. Yeah. Who, guys, if you guys are watching this, who should I send this story to? Who? Let me know. Because I already know I'm going to get the value. Right? Just let me know who I need to, name a news outlet or whoever. I'm not good at all this kind of stuff, but let's drop some comments in the comment section of who I need to send this this discriminatory appraisal situation to, because I'm sick of this shit. Ariana says, how much higher did the values come back after the disputes? Did they all meet your expectation? Yeah. In fact, the house across the street, the one that is identical to this one, now I had to put a dispute in on that one too. I had to put a dispute in on that one too. And they tried to give me, how much less was it? I think it was like $30K less than what the real value was, or what they ended up giving me. And they chose like the lowest of the comps. And I'm like, what are you doing? Why? So about 30K on that one. The last appraisal I had a couple weeks ago was, it was about 18K off. And then this appraisal that they just did for this house, which is identical to that house. Remember, that house appraised for 200. They gave this one, I'm giving you fictitious numbers. I would never give you guys my real numbers. But that house appraised for 200. They appraised this one for 174. Huge difference. Like, we're talking, guys, we're talking about 20K average, 25K average per the last three appraisals of value that they left off the table. Just left it off the table. You know what I'm saying? Kenneth Will, what's going on? Camille says, meanwhile, they give their buddies, and man, yeah, they do. They do. That's why I said, I've been nice, I've been quiet. I've been talkative, I've been quiet. I've showed up nice, I've showed up in work clothes. I've had my hair down, I've had my hair in a ponytail. At some point, I can't do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? And I'm certainly not ripping this black, beautiful skin off me. So, you know, they just got to deal with the shit. But yeah, if I look like, you know, our counterparts, whatever you want to call it, look, I am 110% confident that my appraisal will come back different. It just is. Like, if I was off of my comps, that's one thing. But when I'm on par and on point with my comps, then that's the only reason I believe that you were giving me low appraisals. You know, Mr. Thomas, to you, what's going on? AJ No Free, what up, brother? All the local news channels probably first, says Ariana. Camille says start local and try the Huffington Post. Ariana says yes, that's a lot. Yeah, it is a damn lot. It is a lot. We're not off by 5K. You know, these guys are off by damn near $30,000. 15 to $30,000 off of my appraisals. I called the lender today and was like, yeah, you might as well go ahead and send me over the dispute papers. And he started laughing. He already knew what was up. And he asked what value did they give me. I told him the value, and he was like, and I was like, I gave the guy the disclaimer. I didn't ask him for a number. I just said, hey. I didn't say, hey, this is the value we need to be at. Can you give it to me? I just say, hey, giving them the alley-oop. Don't fuck this up. Because if you do, it's going to be a dispute and it's going to be a mark on your profile. Hey, house across the street just appraised for $200,000 less than 30 days ago. Oh, by the way, I own that house. Oh, by the way, I did the renovation and it looks exactly like this house, except I did more in here. It looks better in here than it does in there. How you still fuck that up? What's your opinions? You know what I'm saying? Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Do I sound like I'm crazy? Let me know. Does that sound off to y'all? Because best believe once I get off this live, I'm shooting them all my comps and my numbers and being like, what the fuck? Why? So yeah, let me know if I sound crazy. I mean, y'all keep it truthful and honest with me. I like to keep it fucking with y'all. You know, if I'm in the wrong, let me know, baby. You know, well, I don't think I'm in the wrong. Nah, you on point for sure. Yeah, I fucking know I am. It's fucking crazy. So yeah, guys, if you're getting appraisals, be on point. You know, like Keneal said, it takes us being the appraisers. It takes us, you know, putting them on Front Street when they do like stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Like and like Kenneth said, the numbers don't lie. They literally do not lie. The comps on this street don't lie. I'm not even pulling comps a half a mile away. I'm pulling comps on this street. In fact, I'm pulling the main one. It's right across the damn street. Right there. You didn't even use that one. Then come back on. Can you guys see me now? Is it better? Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me now? Stop flashing. Give me a thumbs up. Okay, there we go. All right. Yeah, I don't know what it is about today. But yeah. Okay, gotcha. Gotcha. We live. We live, baby. Okay. I don't know what the hell is going on. But anyway. So yeah, I think that's going to be the next best course of action, which is to, put in a dispute, and that's the easiest part. But I think I should definitely document what's going on because, like I said, it's not a trend. It's just, not a trend. It's not an anomaly. And I think stuff like this does need to be told from my perspective. And this is the kind of stuff that, I think should be shared and should be acknowledged for the simple fact that, it ain't even sweet for me. It ain't sweet for what I do. You know what I'm saying? I should put those appraisers out on blast. I've even had my father with me on the appraisal. The second appraisal, the one that I had last before this one, I had my father with me. And I didn't even act like I was the one who owned the house. We made it seem like he owned the house. He's the one who walked around with the appraisal. He's the one who did all the chatting and stuff like that. And I was under the guise of I work for the company and I just do, you know, the maintenance and stuff when I'm here with the owner. Still gave us a low appraisal. You know what I'm saying? So at this point now, you've had me show up nice. You've had me show up in regular clothes. You've had me show up with my hair down. You've had me show up with my hair up. You've had an older gentleman show up, an older, you know, well put together gentleman. My father, he's well put together. You know, you can talk. My father. You know what I'm saying? What else can you do? You know what I'm saying? What else can you do besides put a white person in my spot? That's what I'm going to do on my next appraisal. How about that? And by golly, if I do that and I get the value on the first time, y'all know what it is. If I don't have to put a dispute in on this next appraisal and I have the person who I'm going to have fill in for me and I get the value on the first try, y'all know what's up. All I'm going to tell you is they're going to be white. And they're going to fill in for me when I get my next appraisal. And we're going to see if I get my value on the first time. And if that happens, then we're going to blow this motherfucker up. This appraisal company. That's what we're going to do. So yeah, that's what it is, guys. What's up, Brent? What's up, Destiny? Y'all popped in here at the very end. I literally just gave a whole spiel about appraisals and being black. Obviously, I'm upset today because I got a low appraisal, 30K less than 20 something K less than where it should have been at. Yeah, it's fucking suck. So yeah, tell me y'all feedback. What's y'all feedback about the whole shebang? Keneal's already expressed how he felt, you know, and I want to hear from a couple of other you guys. You know, no worries. I'm sure I can catch it on YouTube. Y'all on my ass. I love it. Shout out to Stephanie. She's not here, but she DM'd me and she was like, what's up with his YouTube channel? Like, I got the YouTube channel. The YouTube channel's created. Like, where are the videos? I'm like, yeah, I ain't even uploaded them yet. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna upload all the videos. I'm probably just gonna have to hire somebody from excuse me. If you calling me, you ain't got no caller ID, dude. Blocked. But yeah, I'm probably got to hire somebody from TaskRabbit or Fiverr to upload my videos. But yeah, I'll do that for you guys. The problem is, I like to give descriptions on what's going on. Well, I did, but kind of like so y'all can sift through very easily. But that's tedious. I ain't got time to be sifting through the videos trying to figure out what specific topics we talked about because it's damn near 57 videos, and they're all hour-long videos. It's a lot of footage. I'm not going back to that. I can't. But what I will do is upload them and label them per episode. If you want to go, guys, want to go in and watch at whatever speed you want to watch, fast forward it, ×2, ×3, which you can do that and get to the part that only interests you, then do that. But yes, I will upload the videos to YouTube. I will. All right. So we've been in it for about an hour now. I've been ranting and raving about, you know, my unfortunate, again, for the third time, appraisal mishap, being discriminated against. And so I need to go take care of business. And I'm here now at the house that they underappraised. and I'm just doing a little bit of work before we get this thing rented out. But other than that, yeah, I'm gonna peace y'all out because I got shit to do, and you know, I got a story to tell. I have a story to get public and put on the news about being black and getting appraisals. My third straight appraisal. Third. So y'all make sure when I come up with this article. Oh shit. I thought I had lost something. Hold on. It's here. Y'all make sure when I get this article together and I get it on the news and I get this story out, y'all make sure y'all retweet it, forward it, share it. We gotta let these folks know that this shit is not okay. That if you're black and you're getting an appraisal, you should be getting the same value that our white counterparts are getting for their appraisals. And we shouldn't have to conform or look like any specific thing or talk a specific way when we are getting our appraisals. All right. Again, this is week 57 of Real Estate Q&A sessions. Make sure y'all show up next week. I will be here Thursday. Again, cliff notes, being black and getting appraisals. They shouldn't be doing me like that. Also, if you guys have friends that are asking you questions about real estate, that have questions about real estate, and they're trying to get you to ask me instead of them showing up to the live session, which is here, you need to tell them to show up on a live session. Don't tell your friend to hit. Don't tell them. Tell them they shouldn't be asking questions through you to get to me. Just a friendly environment. Ask anything you want, but just show up here. You know what I'm saying? I don't have time to be on the phone chit-chatting for 2 hours talking about the same stuff that we talk about here. So if you got questions and if your friends have questions, it's okay. Just tell them to come here. That's why I do this for y'all. I block out this hour-long time every Thursday for 57 weeks straight to give y'all, right? I ignore phone calls. Y'all have seen it. I have ignored phone calls. I've ignored texts. I do this for y'all. But outside of this hour every week is business. So yeah, outside of that, love y'all, peace. Y'all be safe. And I am going to get out of here.